Perkins Will is a 76-year-old firm. We are mostly known for our architecture, interior design, and urban design services, but we also specialize in branded environment, in planning and strategies, and also restoration and reuse. We are about 1,500 employees located throughout 24 different offices in North America, Asia, and Europe. And we focus on multiple market sectors such as healthcare, education, anywhere from K-12 to higher education, science and technology, civic, commercial, corporate, aviation, and sports and recreation. In terms of the work that we do, I can't think of any project that we would work with without having some interaction with Autodesk tools. Revit is our primary authoring application, but within that portfolio we have things like Ecotech, Navisworks. We use 3ds Max for visualization. BIM has given Perkins Will a competitive advantage in this particular economy. We are finding that our owners are getting more savvy and more demanding, and the ability to produce models is not really a luxury anymore, it's the standard. So the key here is how can we innovate and how can we provide additional services by doing this, or even a superior design, which is what we feel we're able to do with BIM. There are some efficiencies and productivity gains, but I think at least for us ultimately, it's really giving the client a much better product. Some of the innovative ways that we've been leveraging our use of BIM technologies go from a range of different things. I am particularly thinking of a project that we did in the Middle East in which we were doing the skin of the building, these curtain panels that we felt we can provide a lot of options for. So parametrically embedding in there a lot of the formulas allowed us to very quickly look at a lot of design options. So that's more from a design perspective. Thinking about, for example, unusual ways of using the product. Not necessarily is Revit architecture designed to do some of the things that we're doing, for example, using it for urban design. So we take our massing, we embed some information in there, and we're able to look into what are going to be the uses for these spaces, what's going to be the percentage of land use versus open spaces rather quickly, and generate something useful. We're now being able to take some of that information that is given to us by the owner and take that into the beginning and the planning and strategies, early stages of design, and drive what the program is going to look like, what the stacking diagram is going to look like, and make it pretty intelligent. Another way to use building information modeling in unusual ways that we use it for wayfinding and signage. So we're finding some opportunities there. And further into the process of the building, perhaps not a very new thing or an unexpected thing, but something that we find a lot of value in economies is that now we're learning from the integrated project exercise of having everyone at the table help figure out how a project is going to be worked on, and learn from people that are typically at the end of the process, which is the general contractors, for example, and have them help us shape what our modeling is going to look like, so that we don't have to take our model that we work so hard on and we're really almost emotionally attached to, and actually throw it away and start with something new. So we now find that this could evolve and is leading to prefabrication, whether it is the more mundane, just modularization of things that get assembled off-site and be brought in, or actually looking at very sophisticated geometries. I've gone after some project pursuits, and we're finding that in later years, being able to be BIM capable and be really good at it, and being able to show that you're better than the competition makes a huge difference in whether you're going to be the one selected to do the project or not. Interestingly enough, and I've been in the industry for over a decade now, as of maybe 4 years ago when I took the leadership of the team, I started to view Autodesk a little differently, in the sense that the word strategic partner started to take meaning. No longer am I looking just at somebody that can provide me the tools or the software, which they do, but also having a tighter relationship and access to not only the people that support it, but also the people that are involved in the design of it, so that not only are we giving feedback now as to what are some of the things that we would like to see, but we also are hearing what's coming in the future so that we can align ourselves. Having a direct relationship with Autodesk, as opposed to in years past, it was typically through other entities, there were other third parties involved. My team, when they have an issue and they need support, for example, they reach out to our SAM, and basically they're able to categorize and figure out the hierarchy or the relevance of each issue. So we don't have to go through the, reboot your computer is the first step, but actually know if this is a priority number one, then we get right through it. So one particular anecdote is our interaction with the Platinum support team in helping us find a bug that was within the program at a very critical time, and actually within a very reasonable amount of time return a fix for us that not only was for Perkins Will, but it actually became available to the industry and also able to customize it so that we can give it to our client who have very specific requirements in terms of the environment that they work in. In terms of future in our relationship with Autodesk, one of the individuals that's going to be key in our relationship is going to be our customer success manager, our CSM. We are currently engaging in a few projects which have a lot to do with being able to measure our maturity level in terms of where are we at in our BIM process. At the same time, throughout the years, this is our 6th year of our implementation, we're looking to capture really good success stories or ideas of things that were done and actually make that available internally, externally, as well as dig into some of the projects that may need a little more help, that we may need some health checkups and things like that on. Our customer success manager is going to be an important partner in doing this because him and I will actually look into how we're going to structure the process of figuring out what are some areas that we really want to celebrate and what are some areas that we really need to pay attention to in terms of making them better.